Yeah, what was that about? When Kody was at Mary's house in season 19, episode 6, when he said something about moving forward together, and Mary was like, we're not, and he's like, well, what are we? And she's like, we're exes. I don't even think she was being snarky. I think she was genuinely um, like, what are you asking? I found the whole conversation between him and her to be baffling because it felt like nothing he was saying was making any sense with the reality of the situation. At this point, according to what they showed us, this is after Christmas and he's still talking about Christmas, unless this was filmed before Christmas and they just aired it out of order. And she's like, I'm not going to come to Christmas. And he's like, well, I have a wife who says your family should come. And she's like, okay, like I felt like her going, okay, then she's not going to get it. And he asked about moving forward and stuff. And so, of course, obviously, what does he mean? The most likely option that I think everyone is going to say is he's talking about money. Are we going to continue to invest in Coyote Pass? Are you going to continue to give us the family money? Are you going to continue to contribute to our needs? I mean, I think we would be silly at this point we didn't take into account that money is part of it. Maybe he also meant like being an ally. She was a lot of times, Janelle would kind of slide over to Christine's side and Meri would slide over to Robin's side. On the other hand, for the past couple of years especially, Kody has ignored Meri, but Meri has given Robin whatever it is that she wants with no return. I want to make that really super clear. Meri has been there for Robin. Robin has not been there for Meri. And I do think that's possibly he's kind of saying like, okay, well, Robin still wants you around. So are you going to do that? Are you still going to treat the kids like your own kids? Are you still going to kind of be there for maybe he means like film with us to some degree? I don't know. I found it really bizarre. I don't know how a man who is on his third divorce within 2 years can't seem to understand what a divorce is and what it means. I think he is so used to having these women for the past 30 years kind of take care of all of his needs, manage all of his relationships, all of that he seems a little dumbfounded with the idea that like, they're not going to contribute money to him. They're not going to ask his permission. People even pointed out that when he shows up at the house, he just opens the door and walks in, and she kind of like meets him mid-opening the door. And it's a little bit like, dude, this isn't your house. You don't just walk into people's houses. Even if you haven't agreed upon arrangement, it is odd to bust into someone's house without even like a knock, knock, knock. Hello. I said I'd be here at 2. It's 2. Like, right? So yeah, I don't know what it's kind of fun to watch him unravel in this way where you go, you're not even making sense anymore. But it's also baffling, and it's a little hard to watch as a viewer to even follow what he's thinking anymore. Because much like Meri, when he said moving forward together, I was like, in what? Like, what are you talking about? And Meri was equally as baffled. So I know it wasn't just editing or just me not understanding. Everyone is confused by the way this guy is acting because he's kind of losing touch with reality.